What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of Y&R. Listen, I agree with Nick. And that's a lot for me to do because usually I don't agree with Nick on a lot of things, but I do agree with Nick. I feel like Phyllis is bored. Like, Phyllis likes conflict. I do agree. I feel like the writers don't know what the hell to do with Phyllis because ever since Michelle Stafford came back to the show, only thing they've done with Phyllis since Michelle came back is put her in everybody's business. That's literally all they've done with Phyllis since she's been back here. She's literally in everybody's business. She has nothing better to do. And she's sitting there trying to tear up and put on a show for Nick, talking about some, oh, I'm too busy running a business to be bored. I'm like, if you are so busy running your business, why are you worried about Sally Spectra and what she's up to? Like, I understand, she's worried about Summer. She's worried about Jack. I get that. But what Phyllis needs to realize is they're adults. They are grown-ass people, very capable of taking care of themselves, especially Jack. Jack, he can be a sucker for love sometimes, but I think Jack knows exactly what he's doing where Sally is concerned. So she needs to calm down. Because when Nick brought that up to, Jack and stuff about how Phyllis was concerned, Jack firmly told him, tell her I'm fine. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. Like, Jack was just very firm about it. He was like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Because she's trying to sit there talking about how lonely he is. And, Jack basically told Nick, he said, tell her I'm doing just fine. Like, Phyllis needs to calm her ass down and butt out. She even went to Lauren about it. I love how nonchalant Lauren is. Like, Lauren is basically like, I don't care. Like, she's so nonchalant. Lauren is totally me in this situation. Like, Lauren does not care what's going on, to be honest. She's not getting involved. She even told Sally, she was like, if she and Jack are friends, want to be more than friends, she said, don't worry about what other people think. Who cares? I totally agree with Lauren. Even if Sally has ulterior motives, it's not like Jack and Lauren are oblivious to what Sally is up to. They know she's ambitious. They know she's a schemer. They pretty much see that. You know what I mean? They're not blind by it. Hell, Jack and Lauren have had discussions about that. They are wide open to Sally. They might not know everything that she's done when she was in LA, but they're not blind to this girl. They really are not. Like, even Jack and Lauren admitted that, look at all the shenanigans they pulled to get to where they are. You know what I'm saying? So they know what this girl is up to. And they don't have an issue with it because they feel like, you know what? They can't be hypocritical. They did some questionable things in the past to become CEOs and get to where they are. So let the games begin. They see it simply as healthy competition. Phyllis, I feel like, is taking it to a whole nother level. Like, she's saying there, oh, my daughter is at risk. Your daughter is not at risk. Healthy competition, there's nothing wrong with it. Is Sally ambitious? Yes, she is. Will she do whatever to get there? Yeah, but I don't think she's going to physically harm this girl. And Summer's a big girl. She can handle herself. If Summer's as smart as she say and thinks she is, then dealing with Sally should not be a problem for her. You don't need the big bad wolf to intervene on your behalf. It's just ridiculous at this point. I feel like Phyllis really needs to butt the hell out of this. Like, stay out of it. Go find you something better to do with your day. Since you're so busy running your business, go run your business. Why are you worried about what these kids are doing? Competition is good. Let the games begin. So anyway, moving on from that. Kyle is pissing me off. I'm like, why not just tell Summer and Jack what the hell is going on? Like, why not? You know what I mean? Like, apparently this boy is his son. This boy Harrison. Apparently that's his son. According to Tara. My thing is, why not just tell them the truth? Because he's sitting there letting Sally, he's wondering why Sally's not snitching on him. Sally made it, very clear. She's not telling on him because, one, she doesn't have proof. Two, she feels like it's beneficial for the two of them to get along because she's hanging around his father and stuff, trying to get in good with Jack. So she doesn't need to be beefing with Kyle. She wants Kyle pretty much as an ally. because that'll help her with Jack. You know what I mean? So she's not gonna rock the boat. Um, but she pretty much told him not to tell Summer. I'm like, no, he need to tell Summer what the hell going on. Because Summer's already pissed off because she feels like, okay, she put two and two together. She did the math about his canceled trip to New York and figured that he was going to New York to see Tara. And, she was pissed off about it because she wanted to know, like, what were you going to New York to see her for? Like, what is going on? Because she definitely remembered the conversation she had with Sally recently, and Sally was pretty much alluding that there's more to the story between Kyle and Tara. So Summer is pissed off because Kyle won't tell her what the hell going on. Kyle is just stupid. I'm like, it's about time for Jack to get a grandchild. You know what I mean? Like, Victor got 1 billion grandkids. You know what I mean? Like, Jack ain't got one. Come on now, it's about time he gets a grandchild. But Kyle just needs to be smart about it. Like, I understand it wouldn't be good drama if he just told them or whatever, but I feel like he should just tell them. Go on ahead, tell them the damn truth and get this over with. Like, why drag this on? Because I feel like Summer wouldn't have been mad if he told her right now that he has a child with this woman. I don't think Summer would have been upset by it. I mean, she probably would have felt the way, but I don't think she would have been angry at him about it because he just recently found out. It's not like he's known and he's been covering up all this time. But the longer he waits to tell her, the worse it's going to be because you could have just simply told her. You know what I mean? And now, the longer you wait, the worse the fallout is going to be. I'm pretty sure Jack is going to be upset, but I'm pretty sure he's going to, accept the child as his grandchild and stuff and probably want the child a part of the family, I'm sure. Because, Jack, he's big on family. But a part of me understands why Kyle probably don't want to say anything because of her husband. Because apparently her husband is some big-time businessman that did business with Victor, did business with John Abbott back in the day or whatever. So, he's a pretty ruthless, cutthroat dude. Because even Tara didn't want Kyle to, be around her son and try to be in his life because she didn't want to rock the boat. She didn't want to blow up her life. You know what I mean? So I could kind of understand that. But Kyle just needs to do the right thing and just go on ahead and tell Jack and Summer what the hell is going on. And this fool done left his phone behind in the boardroom. And Summer picked it up. I said, oh shit. I was like, Summer, you don't look at the phone. And Gloria was trying to be messy. Gloria was definitely trying to be messy by telling Summer that Kyle left his phone behind. Talking about, oh, lucky that you found it. Gloria was egging her on subliminally because she knows she want Summer to look through that phone. And I know Summer wants to look through that phone. Because that going through his phone may be the answers that she's looking for that he won't tell her. Which can have very bad implications. Because, when you go looking for something, you might not want to, really want the answers, but maybe she does. So anyway, in my opinion, Chelsea needs to leave Adam ass. Chelsea needs to leave him at this point. When she gets better and all that, because she's starting to get better. I mean, she's moving her hands, she's writing now, so she's getting better. And Adam doesn't even know that she's progressing because she don't want him to know. So her and Chloe are definitely going to cook up a scheme. Because Chloe wanted to know what the hell was going on. Because we already know Chloe can't stand Adam. She hate that man guts. I'm ready for Chelsea to just leave Adam at this point. Because he's not going to put her above Sharon. Like, he keeps lying to himself. Trying to make it seem like he not into Sharon. Like, clearly you in love with that woman. Like, you sitting here kissing her all in public. Showing up at her wedding and stuff. Like, he's in love with that woman. And he not going to let her go. Not for Chelsea. Not for nobody. So Chelsea might as well just dip. And I think Chelsea at this point is fed up with it because I love her like little head confessionals that she's having. The conversations she's having in her own head. That shit is funny. Because Chelsea is just like, you know what? When he left the penthouse, she was like, I hope he never come back. I wouldn't care if he came back or not. I'm like, Chelsea is just over it at this point. Like, she's done. So Adam met with the doctor or whatever because he thinks that it'd be a good idea if him and Chelsea just left Genoa City to be closer to Connor, but the doctor said no. That would probably cause a setback if they were to do that, so right now is not a good time to leave. I am so sick and tired of this whole Adam and Chelsea leaving Genoa City. They've been talking about this shit for months. Like, they're not leaving. So it's like, why keep talking about them leaving when we know that they're not? It's such a stupid thing. Like, it's annoying. Um, and of course, him and Sharon start talking because he feels like it's a good idea to put some distance between him and Sharon or whatever. I'm like, well, if you would stay the hell away from her like Ray been asking you to, then you wouldn't have this problem. You keep popping up at her house. You're showing up at her place of business. You mean to tell me there's no other coffee shops or other places you can go? Like, I'm just saying. Like, he definitely needs to move on from Sharon completely, or just go ahead and admit his feelings and tell Chelsea the truth and tell the whole damn world the truth. And Sharon needs to stop lying to herself. Because when Ray wanted her to do couples therapy or whatever, she looked like she didn't want to do it. Because she felt like they didn't need it or whatever. I'm like, yeah, you don't want to do it because you don't want to face the truth. You don't want the truth to come out in therapy that you're still in love with Adam and you're not that into Ray. Because even when her and Ray were planning the wedding, she would always make these faces like she's not that enthused about it. I'm like, clearly she never was. Her heart is with Adam and she just needs to go ahead and just admit that. But the backlash that it's going to have, from the town is going to be hilarious. So anyway, this episode was pretty decent. This was a pretty decent episode. It was so funny though when Adam came back home and stuff. Chloe pasted a smile on her face or whatever to try to cover up what her and Chelsea were doing or whatever. Adam was suspicious. He looked mildly suspicious because I could tell his mind was wondering like, what the hell they up to. You could see it written all over his face. He wanted to know what they were hiding, clearly. But anyway, this was a pretty decent episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see all y'all later. Have a good day. Peace.